Happy Thursday, everybody. It's a beautiful day. I'm happy to be alive. It's a beautiful day to be black. It's a beautiful day to be a woman. We just came out of Black History Month. We're now in Women's History Month, and I am glad to be both black and a woman. I just wanted to come on today. This is my first time ever going live on TikTok. So this is my first time. I'm learning the ropes, and I wanted to take a moment today just to talk about the energy of Pisces. I went on Facebook and Instagram today and I trolled Pisces. I did. Because on Thursdays we troll. And so today I trolled Pisces. I do have Pisces in my chart. And so I'm allowed to make fun of Pisces because I have a pretty mixed up natal chart with a little bit of everything going on. But what I wanted to talk about today was, one second. Was 5 things that we all can learn from Pisces. 5 things that we all can learn from Pisces. And so even though I trolled Pisces today, I actually, Pisces are some of my favorite people. I am a Cancer woman, Cancer sun, Cancer rising, and I want to say Cancer Mercury. And so I greatly benefit from the energy of Pisces. Some of my best friends were born under this fish sign, and my partner is also Piscean. And so I learned so much from these amazing people. So first I want to start out by just saying happy birthday. If you fall under the sun sign of Pisces and you had either already had a birthday or it's today is your birthday or your birthday's coming up, happy Smurf Day to all people who fall under the sign of Pisces. I know Pisces get a lot of flack for being delusional and overly sensitive and emotional and irrational. And, sometimes I think we kind of overvalue the rational world and the logical world. Sometimes I think we take it too far. It's not as sophisticated as we think it is. But of course I am a water sign saying this about a water sign. So take that with a grain of salt. Salt water being emotions, which is why we should get into our feelings. At least that's what I teach through my system of Black Love Permissionism, which is a coaching framework that I came up with. And I believe that Black people can benefit from Black Love Permissionism because Black Love Permissionism is a system designed by a Black woman, me. It draws from psychology, sociology. I have 2 life coaching certifications, a psychology degree from DePaul University. I minored in sociology. So I love studying humans, specifically Black humans. I am a practicing womanist. I'm a practicing womanist. So I do center Black women in my coaching practice because I do believe that if we heal the Black woman, then we can heal the Black family. So I do start by centering Black women, Black children, Black families, Black communities. You could say I'm a bit of a Black supremacist even. So one thing I have learned in this world is it is a wonderful time to be Black. And maybe we're not feeling that way with our current political climate. And some of us are actually going through some really difficult times because of it. We might be convinced that it's not a good day to be Black. But I implore you to open your minds and your hearts to this idea that it is a beautiful time to be Black. It is a beautiful time to be a Black woman. It is a beautiful time to be a Black child. The future is very bright for us. The future is very bright for us. So really quickly, I just wanted to touch on something I thought was cute. I know Pisces get a lot of flack for being delusional and to be living in a dream world and to live in their fantasies and to make up things. And it's often seen as a negative thing, but something we should consider as far if you are a person who enjoys astrology like I do. Pisces is the oldest sign on the zodiac wheel, the oldest, wisest, most mature sign. This is like the great granddaddy, the great grandmother on the wheel. So there's something to be said about that. All right, we might call Pisces manipulative, and there's truth to that, but manipulation is not always bad. Manipulation is not always bad. We may call Pisces emotional, as if being emotional is a bad thing, and it's a beautiful thing to be in tune with your emotions and to be in tune with the emotions of others. It's a beautiful thing. I Cancer sun, Cancer rising here, so I'm always gonna be a soldier of love, and I'm always gonna ride for our emotional intelligence, our emotional health, and our emotional IQ, which is something that I teach through my system and framework that I call Black Love Permissionism. Again, I am the Black Love Permissionist. I am an interpersonal and intrapersonal life coach who focuses specifically on Black relationships. I believe that, honey, everything is relationship, and Black relationships are in dire need of some help. So that is what I do. That is what I have committed my life to. And not just Black romantic relationships or Black romantic partnerships or Black sexual relationships or Black marital relationships. No, I focus on interpersonal and intrapersonal relationships, meaning if you have a friend who is Black and you are Black and you desire to be in harmony with your friend, I'm the person that can help you with that. If you have a Black family member and you are looking to find a way to be more at peace with them, that's what I do. I teach conflict resolution from a Black-centered perspective. I teach accountability from a Black historical perspective. Everything is Black over here. As you can see, this hair of mine, in true Pisces fashion, I'm growing my hair. Some of you who knew me, my hair was pretty much bald 4 years ago. And now, as you can see, it's pretty much hanging down to my kneecaps. I'm draping over here. So I am a big fan of Black people. I love all humans. I love all humans, but I have an extra dollop of love for Black humans, those of us who are deeply and richly melanated. So let's get into it. Here are 5 things that I have personally learned from Pisces, and I think we can all learn something from this list. It's a short list. 5 things. Number 1, follow your dreams no matter what anyone else says. Follow your dreams no matter what anyone else says. Pisces have this thing where they will go deep, deep, deep down in the ocean, so far down that they cannot hear the noise from the earthlings. They cannot hear what you all have to say, because Pisces will follow their dreams no matter what anyone has to say. Pisces will go after their dreams with the confidence of a toddler in a candy store. They do not care what anyone thinks. They just don't. And it is a beautiful thing. This is something that I have learned. I have a Pisces partner, and I have a Pisces close friend. And just the way they move through life, it is different. They move through life with privilege. They move through life in their imagination. And they only come out from their imagination when they need to, not when someone tells them to. There's something to be learned from that during this phase. We are now in this Piscean phase, which is also a very loving, very beautiful, very sensual phase, where we literally can go into our imaginations and only come out when we see fit. Number two, remember number 1 was follow your dreams no matter what anyone else says. Number 2, lessons I learned from Pisces. Hard work does not have to be miserable. Hard work does not have to be miserable. When a Pisces puts their nose to the ground and gets to work, A Pisces work ethic it's unlike anyone else. And some people may say, oh, they're lazy. I would disagree. See, Pisces is the oldest and most mature sign in the zodiac. So let's think about it this way. Pisces understand the art of working smarter, not harder. See, they've seen all the ways that we overdo it, right? And as a Cancerian woman, I know how to overdo it. I know how to take it too far. I know how to work myself into the ground. See, Pisces says, I'm not going to do that. You're not going to make me, because I have imagined another way to work. I have imagined another solution. I have imagined a creative solution. So Pisces have learned that hard work doesn't have to be miserable. Oh, you may not see them because they may always be busy grinding and working, but I can guarantee you that Pisces has found a hack, a trick, a way to make money, a way to get their intellectual and creative property off the ground with the easiest amount of resistance. So number 2, hard work does not have to be miserable. That is what a Pisces taught me. Number 3, pleasure is activism, right? Some of us march, some of us fight, some of us, we get out here and we do all sorts of physical things in the physical realm to prove that we are not one to be tussled with. And Pisces, it's not that they can't, and it's not that they won't, because if you've ever been around a Pisces when they've had enough, it is terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying. Pisces will go far to let you know not to play with them. But one thing I've learned about Pisces, because they do often like to take the smarter route, Pisces has learned that pleasure is activism. Pleasure is activism. A true, actualized Pisces, right? A grown Pisces, they understand that pleasure is activism. Why on earth would I go through all of this to follow my dreams, to live in my delusions, to live in my creativity, to live in my imagination? Why would I work so hard to not be miserable if I'm not going to enjoy the creature comforts of life? Pisces loves pleasure. They love beautiful things. They love beautiful men, beautiful women, beautiful humans. They like luxury. They like designer fabrics. They like the easy way. They like nice things. Pisces will always find themselves around the rich, the wealthy, the haves. Somehow they just, and you will rarely ever see a Pisces. A Pisces sighting is very rare. They only come out when it's worth it for them. Which means if you have a dusty kind of thing going on, you won't see them. Honestly, if you never see a Pisces, you might want to check yourself and say, am I presenting as dusty? Do I have a dusty kind of aura? Do I invite them to dusty events? Pisces don't want to come out because if it ain't money, they're not involved. If it's not worth it for them, you won't see them. Pisces want to come where the food is luxurious, where the crowd is luxurious, and they really don't like crowds. So really, if it's a luxurious crowd, then it's probably a gathering and it's small, because they only want to be in exclusive events. So Pisces understand that pleasure is activism. Why should I have to go out and fight the fight when I can enjoy my life and thereby the terrorists lose? Because the terrorists work so hard to make us unhappy, and Pisces, they're not going for it. Pisces will disappear off the face of the earth in their own witness protection program before they let you steal their joy. It's not going to happen. Number 4. See, again, Pisces says it's fun to come out of the emotional depths sometimes. It's fun to come out of the emotional depths sometimes, right there, deep down in that ocean. And they'll come out sometimes. They'll poke their head out. What's going on in the earth realm? See, but then they get bored with us because we do too much. Remember, oldest sign. This is the great-grandmother, great-great-grandfather, right? These are the elders of the zodiac. So they poke their head out, and it's fun to come out sometimes, but then they realize, it's also more fun to know when to leave this shallow world of BS where people are fake, where people are not actually enjoying themselves. Everybody's working a little too hard, fighting a little bit too much. See, Pisces will pull away from all of that because they know when to say when. They know when to come up and they know when to go back down. Because why? Pisces will go away every time they see fit for their own safety and protection. This is something we can learn from the sign of Pisces. For our own safety and protection, know when to come out of our feelings and our deep emotional depths when we need air, when it's just too much, and when we have to say, whoa, 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 let me get back in there because my feelings are a lot safer and more protected and more secure than this nonsense up here. All right, Pisces understand when to come up and when to go on back down. And when I say go down, they go deep down inside of themselves. Pisces love it inside. Their inner world is rich. The last thing, number 5, that I've learned from Pisces is to guard your emotions fiercely. You ever want to piss a Pisces off? Play with their feelings. Oh, because they don't play about their emotions at all. And emotions are energy in motion, and Pisces are very energetic people. You might not see anything on the surface. Most Pisces, they don't even make facial expressions when they're around people. Right? They're very cool, calm, and collected. But what's happening under that surface, whew, these are tumultuous waters, and they navigate them with grace. With grace. So Pisces guard their emotions fiercely. They have a tight emotional budget, not because they're lacking on emotional intelligence, absolutely not, because they do not have a lot to give to you. Pisces keep their emotions guarded and protected. They're very, very secure inside. They do not like to let it outside. Pisces is the only water sign that does not have a shell. So these are vulnerable people. And by vulnerable, I do not mean weak, because there's nothing weak about a Pisces, not at all. So they guard their emotions fiercely, meaning if you play with their emotions, then you get what you get. That is not their problem. And they will go right back to swimming in those deep emotional waters as if they didn't just bite a plug out of you. These are the 5 things that I have learned from the sign of Pisces. And as I am easing into this season of beautiful delusions, my powerful imagination and creativity is just flowing around, and I'm loving it here. This is the time of year where no matter how terrible things might seem on the outside, what we create deep down inside ourselves is going to set the precedence for the future. See, if we can imagine it, if we can dream it, if we can think it, if we can feel it, and if we can know it, then we can create it. Because as within, so without. Right? Whatever's going on inside of us, we're going to create it in our external reality. That's how it works. Pisces knows this. That's why they don't come out much, because they're busy creating all this yummy goodness inside of themselves. And we can learn from them. If you're looking at the news every day and it's discouraging you, if you're listening to the radio every day and it's hurting you, if you're talking to your group of friends and all you have are complaints and pain and suffering and tears, take a moment to pull away from our current reality. Go deep inside yourself and imagine something new. And if you put even if you only got 5 minutes a day to commit to your creativity, to your imagination, to daydream about the new world, the new normal that you know can and should exist. You want to amplify it? Pull in a friend who's just as delusional and as optimistic as you are. And the two of you can come together and go deep, deep down into the depths of your souls and create the new reality. Oh, and if you really have love for humanity, pull a third person in, a fourth person in, a fifth person in. And we can all put our minds together, our hearts together, our spirits together, our souls together. And we can create a reality that feels good for all of us, for the good of all, harm to none. This is how we create a peaceful world. I leave these Piscean thoughts with you all. I am the Black Love Permissionist. I am a life coach. I specialize in supporting Black people in divesting from today's toxic relationship culture and using our minds, our hearts, our spirits to create and curate a new relationship paradigm that benefits us as individuals and as a collective. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I have a meeting that I have to go to, but I have thoroughly enjoyed talking to you all. And feel free to DM me if you're looking for a life coach.